Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Unless you're new, then hi, welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy the little intro to this video. My boyfriend made it for me and I'll be using it for my videos from now on because I'm slightly going down a little bit of a different route of content. Now, if you've been subscribed for a while, you know that I do like one of these videos every single year, and these videos do so well on my channel, and I thought, you know what, I love making these type of videos and want to make more videos that I would tend to watch as well. I feel like I'm making videos that I wouldn't personally watch. So I'm gonna slowly start to go down this route. I hope you don't mind, I hope you enjoy it. I'm really excited about it. But today, as you can tell by the title of the video, we are talking about my top 10 best feel-good TV shows to watch. Now, when I'm talking about anything TV or film on my channel, please know that obviously these are just my personal opinions. I'm not a film major. I've never studied film or anything like that. It's just someone who enjoys watching a lot of TV and has watched a lot of TV in my life. On top of that, I haven't seen everything out there. So if you have any recommendations of things that I don't say in any videos, leave them down below in the comments because I would love to watch new things. I'm always looking for something new to watch. When I say feel-good TV shows, obviously there is a whole long list of feel-good TV shows depending on you personally, but I am literally talking about TV shows where you just switch your brain off. There is no deep storylines, there's no problematic plots, nothing like that. So we are talking about TV shows which is full of pure happiness, comedy, and really light storylines. So this is the type of TV I will personally watch if I'm feeling low or down and I need a pick-me-up or something easy and light to watch. When I'm talking about these TV shows, obviously because I am suggesting for you to watch them, I'm not going to be spoiling them at all, so anything I'm saying can be found in their trailers. So the first TV show I'm going to talk about is The Good Place. Now, The Good Place has 4 seasons and 50 episodes, and out of all the things that I'm telling you today, I feel like this is one of the most light-hearted TV shows that I'm going to be talking about. However, when I describe to you what this TV show is, you're definitely not going to think that it is the most light-hearted, but trust me, it is. So The Good Place is about a girl called Eleanor, and basically she dies. She goes to the good place and she meets someone called Chidi while she's there. Obviously, I'm skipping so much out here. And after about a day or so of being into the good place, she realizes she does not belong in the good place, she should be in the bad place, but she doesn't want people to know that, so she gets her friend Chidi, who she's met in the good place, to teach her how to be a good person, to make sure that she can fool other people into thinking that she belongs in the good place. That's kind of all the trailer tells you, which can be a little bit difficult in me trying to tell you to watch this show, but there's also Tahani, there is Jason, there's Michael, who is the angel of the good place. There's so many different characters and you follow each of them. Janet is my favorite character in this show, like I love her. But the storyline of this show is really light. It is full of humor, like completely full of humor. So the next show I'm going to be talking about is a very obvious one, and a lot of people love this one. Friends. Because there are so many episodes as well, you can binge watch this so easily. I know from personal experience, I watched it all within 2 weeks, which is kind of insane, like 10 seasons in 2 weeks. Now, I know this show is a little bit old now, and most of you have probably seen Friends by now, but this is the show that got me through the darkest time of my life. Like when I was really low, like the lowest I've ever been, this is the show I watched. Nothing depressing about it, nothing sad about it, it was just Friends. Now, if you haven't seen Friends before, I'll give you a little brief explanation of what it is. It's about a group of friends. So we have Joey, Monica, Ross, Rachel, Chandler, who am I forgetting? Phoebe. In the show, we follow their careers, their love lives, their friendship, mainly the friendship, hence the name Friends. But this is very much a show you can have on as background noise, but you could also sit down and watch it episode by episode, or you can watch it with just like a random episode on and then another random episode on. Up to you how you watch it, but I think it is one that you can watch anytime, anywhere. The next TV show is New Girl. This has 7 seasons and 146 episodes. Now, the next thing I'm gonna say is a little bit controversial, but this is just my personal opinion. I think New Girl is better than Friends. Please don't attack me. The humour in this show for me is just on point. I think it's one of the funniest shows I've ever watched. Like every single episode I would laugh out loud multiple times every single episode. So New Girl is once again about a group of friends living in an apartment together. So the story kind of goes with Jess, who is played by Zoe Deschanel. She is going through a breakup with her now ex-boyfriend and she has to find someone else to live. So she looks in the newspaper, finds the ad and thinks these look like 4 lovely ladies that I could live with. She turns up and they're men and she ends up moving in with them, obviously, otherwise what would be the TV show? So there is Nick, Schmidt, Winston and very, very briefly at the start, Coach. Once again, it's the same kind of thing of following their careers, their love lives, their friendship, but mainly their love lives. Like that is the main part of this. It's very, very funny though. There's nothing too deep about this whatsoever. Honestly, if you're gonna watch it for anything, you're gonna watch it for Nick. Now the next TV show I'm going to talk about is one of my all-time favourites. I love this show so, so much. And that show is The Office US version. Now The Office has 9 seasons and 188 episodes. Now I've personally seen this show multiple times because I just absolutely love it. It makes me laugh no matter how many times I've seen it. I think it's written brilliantly. I think the characters are perfect. I just think it's a perfect piece of comedy. So The Office is set, if you can believe it, in an office. So we follow the lives of the employees at Dunder Mifflin. Now Dunder Mifflin is a paper company. I know it sounds so dull and boring, but honestly, this is so funny. So this TV show is filmed as if it is a documentary, which means we are constantly breaking the fourth wall. If you don't know what the fourth wall is, basically it means that the characters, the actors, look straight into the camera and talk to you, so you are now a part of the TV show. Like the only thing I learned from media studies, not gonna lie. But Jim Halpert, one of the main characters, constantly looks into the camera when something funny has happened or something weird has happened, and it just, the comedy is so simple but so, so good. But throughout this TV show we are following their love lives, what's happening in the office. It's just so unrealistic, so ridiculous. Michael Scott, in my personal opinion, is one of the greatest characters to ever be made. This is a show you don't take seriously whatsoever. Everything they say, you know, is a joke. I could talk about this show for literally days and days and days, so maybe I'll do a whole video on The Office on itself, because I feel like it deserves it. The next TV show is a UK TV show and this is Outnumbered. Now this has 5 seasons and only 35 episodes, so it is quite short compared to the others. There's not like 8 seasons, there's only a few seasons with a few episodes in them, but that's just how UK TV works. Outnumbered is a TV show I only watched like 2 weeks ago for the first time. Obviously I'd seen it growing up because it is a little bit of an older show. I would never have understood this when I was like 7 years old, there is no way. But the first 2 seasons of this show are pure genius. They are so ridiculously funny. So Outnumbered is about following this family. So we've got the mum, the dad and the 3 kids. The 3 kids are Ben, Karen and Jake. Ben and Karen in this show are 5 and 7 years old, like actually 5 and 7 years old in real life, and they make this show what it is. They are the reason this show is so funny. But Ben and Karen are kind of told what to say, but for the most part they are completely off script. They are just talking like 5 and 7-year-olds, which makes it absolutely perfect because the nonsense and the things they come up with. The reason I say the first 2 seasons are really good is because, like I said, Ben and Karen really do carry this show on their back with how funny it is. And as they get to about season 3, they're getting a little bit older and they're getting a little bit more scripted. And the more scripted it is, the less funny it is. But don't get me wrong, this show is really, really good from season 1 all the way to the very, very end. But this is just a fun watch where you don't need to follow it too closely, and a really, really easy watch because of how short the episodes are and how short the seasons are as well. Next we are moving on to Full House. Now Full House has 8 seasons and 193 episodes in total. I think this show is for kids, but honestly I really, really enjoyed it as an adult because at the end of every episode there is life advice or a solution that has a meaning to it. I think it's for kids, but I really enjoyed it. So Full House is about a single dad raising his 3 kids. So we've got DJ, Stephanie, and Michelle. Michelle is played by both the Olsen twins. She's literally a baby in this show. Now he has to raise his 3 kids on his own because his wife has sadly passed away, and he has to get help from his 2 friends, Joey and Uncle Jesse. If you can believe it or not, that's their uncle. This show is incredibly sweet. You basically watch these 3 girls grow up and become teenagers, from toddlers to teenagers. Before they get to teenagers though, there is a lot of episodes to get through until you get there. Plus, if you do get to the end and you're like, I really enjoyed that, I wish there was more, there is. So since that show, they have grown up, they're now full adults, like 30, 40 years old, and they've now got Fuller House on Netflix, which is another like 5 seasons worth of the same people, other than the Olsen twins, obviously, they didn't come back for it. Pretty much every single other character is in this show, and I personally love a spin-off. I love seeing people when they were like 6 years old, now being 40. Both of the TV shows are now finished, they're completely done and over with, which is a little bit of a shame because I've watched so much of these people now that I'm really invested in the story. This really is episode by episode, so there is no big plot line that you need to keep following. If you just stick on an episode and you missed one, you're not gonna miss out on much. The next show we have is That 70s Show. Now this has 8 seasons and exactly 200 episodes. When I'm talking about this, I'm realizing just how much TV I've watched. Like, I'm saying like 200 episodes each TV show that I'm talking about. That 70s Show is based, can you believe it, in the 70s. However, this TV show came out in the late 90s to early 2000s. This show follows 6 teenagers who are all best friends, and they all hang out. Mainly, the main part of this TV show is all based in Eric's basement. Now, Eric is the main character. We've also got Donna, Fez, Michael, who is played by Ashton Kutcher, Jackie, who is played by Mila Kunis. Yes, this is exactly the show where they met, and it's actually very sweet to watch. We also have Hyde, but we're going to pretend that this character doesn't exist. The actor has done some really awful things in real life. So this show is full of love and friendship. They're the main plots of this show, if there even is a plot. But the comedy and the catchphrases is all very old school, but it's very funny and enjoyable to watch. Once again, so lighthearted. Next we have another UK TV series, and that is Friday Night Dinner. This show has 5 seasons and 37 episodes. Like I said, TV shows in the UK are very short compared to American TV shows. This is the only TV show that I've mentioned so far that is still ongoing. So once again, Friday Night Dinner is about, can you believe it, Friday night dinner. So there is mum, dad, and their 2 sons. So the 2 sons come over every Friday night for a dinner around their parents' house, and every single night is not normal whatsoever. This show is so ridiculous. It's such British humour. If you like British humour, you will absolutely love this show. I don't even know what happens in the show, just so much ridiculous stuff. A personal favourite of mine is Jim. Jim is their neighbour who just appears in like every single episode and is just so funny. It really is just a ridiculous TV show with no proper plot or storyline, with British humour coming out of your ears. Next we have Derry Girls, which only has 2 seasons and 12 episodes. This is a really quick watch. You can watch this within a day. But this show is also an ongoing TV show. So Derry Girls is based in Ireland in a town called Derry in the early 90s. We once again follow a group of teenagers, a friendship group, and we have Erin, Orla, Claire, Michelle, and James as the main characters. This show is brilliant, from the story to the characters to the actors that play them, just everything about it. The script, it's done perfectly. So basically, the main characters that I just read out all go to a all-girls Catholic school in the early 90s in Ireland. Yes, even the boy goes to the all-girls Catholic school. We basically follow these teenagers through their teenage years and through the ends of the troubles in Derry. If you want to know anything about that, just Google it, because I don't know, history for you. And I really urge you to watch this because the actors in this are just incredible. Every single one of them is so good. The next one is a favorite of so many's, Brookyln Nine-Nine. This has 7 seasons and 144 episodes, and this is once again a TV show that is still ongoing. Brookyln Nine-Nine is a very well-loved TV show. Like, I know so many people where this is their #1 TV show. So I've kind of got lost in watching it because I've been watching it on Netflix but also on E4. Now, because of that, I get confused of what I have seen and what I haven't seen because it comes out on TV and about 9 months later it comes onto Netflix, so I'm very confused where I am. So I haven't actually watched like the last season-ish. So this show is about following detectives at the 99th precinct. Obviously I'm from the UK, so I don't really know what that means, but I kind of know what that means. So the main characters are Jake, Rosa, Terry, Amy, Charles, Raymond, Hitchcock, Scully, and Gina. So you have a lot of characters to follow throughout all of this. This is one of those shows that has a joke every 10 seconds. I mean, like, not literally, but it really feels like there is a joke every 10 seconds. It is just full, crammed with humor. Basically, every single episode there is a new case that they have to solve or a new dilemma that they need to solve. And it kind of just keeps going like that every single episode. There's no real plot or anything deep and meaningful going on. Obviously there are their moments, the same with any TV show, but for the most part this all is comedy, even the deeper moments. Now the last show I'm going to talk about, I wanted to add this in, I wanted to do 10, but I just really liked this one and I really wanted to talk to you about it. So this is the Imagineering story. This is pretty new and was added to Disney Plus very recently, I think for Disney Plus coming out. So it's only got 6 episodes. Now this is a documentary. If you are a Disney lover or you just enjoy Disney or you're interested in how they run the parks or make the animatronics or anything like that, you will absolutely love this. This show is about exploring Disney as a whole, mainly the parks. So we start all the way from the start of building the first ever Disney to the present day. But this show has so much detail about absolutely everything. If you want to know how they built their first ever roller coaster, they tell you. If you want to know how they make animatronics and how they've slowly progressed them to what they are now, it tells you. Like, this is so informative and I've personally really enjoyed it. Like, every single week it came out, I was excited. Every Friday I was like, oh my god, I can watch another Imagineering story, because I enjoyed it so much. Because it is a documentary, it is obviously a little bit different, but Disney's meant to be the happiest place on earth, so what can be more feel good? So that is my top 10/11 feel good TV shows that I really suggest that you should watch. I will leave them all in the description, so in case you've forgotten what their names are, it will all be there along with where you can watch that program. Let me know what your favorite feel good TV show is down below in the comments, because like I said at the start, I love to watch new things and I would love to know what you guys personally enjoy as well, because other people can look down there and decide, oh, maybe that's a bit of me because I've seen all the things that she mentioned, or etc, etc. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and I can definitely do more videos like this. I'm going to do more videos like this, a little bit more in depth about different TV shows and different films. And if you want to see anything in particular, let me know as well. I can't wait to show you what ideas I've got going on in my mind. I'm really excited and I hope that these come off well, and if not, I hope that you who is watching this has really enjoyed and will enjoy the ones in the future. But make sure you hit the subscribe button because I upload quite a few times on this channel and you don't want to miss out on any future uploads from me. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and hopefully I will see you again very soon.